SportsJAM's NFL Picks. Thursday, Philadelphia in Seattle.
Steven, here we go again. Is Michael Vick going to play this week? Honestly, I really don't think it matters. Seattle is a completely different team at home. Marshawn Lynch has got everything going. I like Seattle, even though they screwed up against Washington. I'm taking Seattle at home to win this game.
Yeah, Washington's playing good ever since Grossman's come back, so that was a tough, hard-fought game. Philly's given up over 100 yards a game on the ground. Marshawn Lynch he'll take control. He'll run all over them. I like Seattle.
Sunday games. Carolina at Tampa Bay.
Yeah, the Tampa-Tennessee game, I was trying to figure out who was wanting to win it. Everybody had a million turnovers. It was nasty. And Josh Freeman just didn't look good. But they're going to be at home this week. As long as they don't have 5 turnovers like last week, I like Tampa.
Yeah, Carolina won a game. Who did they beat? Oh, yeah, that's right. A team that everybody beats. We'll talk about them in a little bit. Yeah, Carolina's different on the road. Tampa Bay's different at home. Josh Freeman, LeGarrette Blount on home turf. Much better team. You know, neither team deserves to win, but it's an NFC South battle, and I think Tampa Bay is going to take the division win.
Cincinnati at Pittsburgh.
Wow, here we go again. Round number 2. The Bengals were very tough at home against the Steelers just a couple weeks ago, but this one's in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh struggles against Kansas City, but it was on the road, and playing at Arrowhead is a lot different than playing at home at Heinz Field. Pittsburgh, I think they're going to dominate like they should have a couple weeks ago. They're going to take Cincy, they're going to take them and put them away early. I'm taking the Steelers in a romp.
Cincy played good in Baltimore, and if they hadn't had that one bad call in the end zone, they probably would have won the game. I'm thinking they're going to go into Pittsburgh, and it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a hard-fought defensive game. I think Andy Dalton, as long as he don't throw any interceptions, they'll win the game.
The Falcons visit the Texans.
Texans don't have a quarterback. I don't know who Tyler Yates is. He didn't look very good when he came in. Atlanta's playing great ball. I like Atlanta.
Yeah, I like Atlanta too, but when you look at Houston, do they need a quarterback? Honestly, Matt Leinart wasn't that great when he was playing. Breaks his collarbone. Now they're down to their third-string rookie quarterback. They did get Andre Johnson back, and Arian Foster continues to prove that he's the best running back in football right now. Atlanta's looking good, though. They're going to get back to the ground game again. Michael Turner only had 50 yards rushing against the Vikings. I think he's going to get the ball a lot more this week. Watch Atlanta use the ground game and go on the road and beat the Texans. I'm taking Atlanta.
The Jets in D.C.
New York Jets, you know, anybody that plays against the Bills right now, they're going to look like superstars. Mark Sanchez, 4 touchdowns, career high against the Bills. The Redskins go on the road and they knock off Seattle in a very tough environment. Both teams' offenses are horrible. It's in D.C. I'm going to take the Redskins with the upset here just because they're at home.
I'm going to agree with you. Jets 1-4 on the road. They didn't look good against Buffalo, so Washington puts the Jets out of misery.
The Colts visit the Patriots.
The Colts are 21-point dogs this week to New England. They shouldn't even show up.
It is craziness, Stephen. The 21-point favorite. This game, you know, we're both taking New England. But let's look at this. Vegas has only predicted a 20-point spread in 2 NFL games. 1976, the defending Super Bowl champion Pittsburgh Steelers were a 24-point favorite to beat the expansion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They won the game 42-0. In 1993, San Francisco was a 23-point favorite against Cincinnati. They won the game 21-8. Hey, Vegas is taking a chance here with a 21-point dog in Indianapolis, but take New England to cover +10.
Oakland in Miami.
You know, this is actually a pretty good game. Miami plays really well at home, and they looked really good on Thanksgiving against your Dallas Cowboys. Probably could have won that game had, you know, there been 5 less seconds in that game. Oakland has looked great with Carson Palmer. Maybe they get Darren McFadden back this week, but do they need him? Michael Bush, I don't know. Miami at home, you know, honestly, I don't like either team because it's very difficult to pick who's going to win this one because really, on paper, it's an even matchup. I'm going to take the upset again. I'm going to take the home team. Give me Miami over Oakland.
Everything you just said points to Oakland. Carson Palmer's doing good. Michael Bush hadn't missed a beat, stepping in for McFadden. No way. Miami playing good. It doesn't matter. Oakland defense is better than Miami's. Oakland will win this game.
Tebow in Denver visit Minnesota.
Tebow does it. He actually looked pretty good last week. 9 of 18, 143 yards. That's not bad. Averaging 8 yards a pass, 67 yards rushing. Minnesota's horrible. Peterson probably won't be back. Denver wins again. Keep it going, Tebow.
Yeah, I mean, just that's it. Tim Tebow's 5-1 as a starter. He's not doing it pretty. But think about it. Tim Tebow as a high school senior was not pretty. My new favorite coach in Columbus, Mr. Urban Meyer, who, by the way, got hired by Ohio State for the next 4 years to be their head coach. Actually, I think it's 6 years. He found something in Tim Tebow. Now John Fox has found something in Tim Tebow. Build your offense around him, at least for this year. Denver continues to roll. I'm taking Denver over Minnesota.
Tennessee in Buffalo.
I'm not doing it. I'm not going to pick against my team 2 weeks in a row. Yes, Chris Johnson had 190 yards rushing at home in the slop against Tampa Bay. But Buffalo did not look bad. Honestly, if Stevie Johnson wouldn't have shot himself in the leg early in the game,
Plaxico Burress?
Best Plaxico Burress imitation. And then he did his best Stevie Johnson impersonation from last year and dropped 3 potential game-winning touchdown passes in the last minute of the game, which, you can say it cost Buffalo the game. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I don't think he's going to continue to make the mistakes. He's got too much talent. Buffalo actually found a rhythm finally. I'm taking Buffalo at home to beat the Titans.
Yeah, I like Tennessee. Bills look good. Bills look good against the crappy Jets team. They didn't even look good at home. Tennessee's going to come in. They still have a little playoff hopes, so I'm going to go Tennessee. They have to win this game.
Kansas City in Chicago.
Will Kyle Orton play against Chicago, his old team? I don't know. Caleb Penny, all he's got to do is not throw interceptions. He looked good at times, and he looked really bad at times. I think he's going to be more comfortable at home. So I like Chicago.
Yeah, Kansas City can't play good on the road. And Caleb Haney, that you take away that first half where he was very, very shaky against Oakland, he just didn't hand the ball off to Matt Forte enough. Chicago at home, you could see some environments out there. The weather's changing. It's the first weekend in December. In Chicago, that wind gets nasty. So why allow Caleb Haney to throw the ball? Hand it off to Matt Forte and allow the defense to do the work. Chicago is going to shut Kansas City down because they don't have a quarterback either.
The Ravens come home to Cleveland.
Let's see. The former Cleveland Browns will beat the current Cleveland Browns. Baltimore is going to stomp them. Ray Rice is going to get the ball 25 times plus, probably have 150 yards combined. And the only thing Cleveland can hope for is Josh Cribbs runs one back on a special teams play. Baltimore by 10, 15. I'm going to take them by 24.
Yeah, I like Baltimore too.
Dallas at Arizona.
Laurent Robson is Tony Romo's new favorite target. He's had 23 targets in the last 2 games. He'll keep it up. I like Dallas.
Now, this is actually a game where Tony Romo should go back to his old favorite target in Jason Witten because Arizona can't stop a big guy. Dallas.
Green Bay visits the Giants.
Can we talk a little bit less about the New York Giants? They have gone from great to bad, and now they're playing arguably the best team in football. Green Bay, on the road, just take Green Bay. I'm not even going to give the Giants a chance.
You saw what New Orleans offense did. They're pretty similar, so I like Green Bay.
I just want to throw out that this is the week 13 of the season. That is the 13th game on the schedule. If Green Bay is going to lose one, why not this one?
Yep, you have a good point.
Ooh, superstitious crap.
St. Louis in San Francisco.
This isn't even a game. San Fran had a couple extra days off to prepare for St. Louis. They destroy them.
Yeah, I agree. Even if Alex Smith isn't the quarterback that Jim Harbaugh thought he was, it still doesn't matter. San Francisco is going to run all over St. Louis.
Detroit in New Orleans.
I think this game is actually going to be good, but can Detroit do anything defensively without Ndamukong Suh, who is now suspended for 2 games? Real quick, Stephen, let's talk about that. I know we're going through picks, but what he did on Thanksgiving Day was not only an embarrassment to himself, but to the game. He is such a dominant force on the defensive side of the ball. He doesn't need to do childish acts. Look what happened to Albert Hainsworth after he did it in 2006. He got a 5-game suspension, but Albert Hainsworth was not the same player. I don't know if Sue's going to have the same issues, but it's starting to tremble that way. This could be Ndamukong Suh's, I don't know, jumping the shark moment in his professional career. I'm taking New Orleans because they score a lot of points, and without Suh, Detroit's not going to stop them.
Not in the Superdome. Nobody can stop them in the Superdome. New Orleans kills them. It doesn't matter if they had Suh. They'd still destroy them.
Monday Night Football. San Diego at Jacksonville.
I want to start off with something on this one, fellas. Found out earlier that the Jacksonville Jaguars not only don't have a coach, they got rid of their owner. They are now owned by Illinois businessman Shahid Khan. So, of course, expect a lot of Wrath of Khan jokes. Expect them to start. That would be now. And I know Trekkies are going to write in and go, that was a Klingon theme. That wasn't the Wrath of Khan theme because that's the Star Trek Next Gen theme. Get over it.
I guess we got to pick now, don't we, Steven?
I'm still taking Jacksonville just because of their defense. Phillip Rivers and San Diego, they look horrible. I'm just taking Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'm going to take San Diego on this one just because Phillip Rivers has to have a come-out game this week. Ryan Matthews finally has over 100 yards rushing. Hey, Maurice Jones-Drew, you can't get 100 yards. 99's okay, but I really think San Diego's going to have a come-out game, or otherwise they're going to be without a coach. I think Norv Turner's gone at the end of the year, but I think San Diego's going to figure out a way to win this one. And let's figure out how to do this, gentlemen. Let's go to our Sports Jam triple-double. Henry County, Georgia Christian school kicker was nominated for Homecoming Princess. Sophomore Katie Davidson, however, wasn't eligible. The school rules stated females must wear a dress to the annual homecoming game. The school's only kicker in their 4-year, 8-man team sport history was thought of so much by school officials, they changed the rules. Now females can wear dresses or football uniforms. And for Katie, she was elected the school's sophomore princess.
In January, there will be a new horror movie released called Hell's Elves. Something of a Christmas horror movie, even though Christmas will be over by then. WWE Hall of Famer Dusty Rhodes plays a grandfather in the movie, and for some reason may be appearing nude. Now that we know the scariest part of the movie, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go throw up.
Black Friday saw a 7% increase in retail sales over the 2010 record number. So that's great. All the sales were there for everybody on Black Friday, including the NBA, where after a 15-hour labor agreement, it looks like a handshake was made and we could have an NBA season starting on Christmas. So let's wrap up all those basketballs, get the hoops out, let's anchor them in, because it's now time to watch LeBron James and the Miami Heat screw up in the fourth quarter as we get ready for the 2011-2012 NBA season.
We are 4 weeks until the college basketball year. We have UNC losing to UNLV, UConn losing to UCF, Pittsburgh losing to Long Beach State, Vandy losing to Cleveland State, Mississippi State losing to Akron. Looks like the little schools have come and balled this year. I know it's early, but Chad, maybe you shouldn't go chalking this year's tourney bracket.
Unlike the new Twitter account at TRSportsJam, Melissa Kellerman had her account closed. Who is Melissa, you ask? Well, Melissa Kellerman is the Cowboys cheerleader that was tackled on Thanksgiving Day by Dallas tight end Jason Witten. After the innocent, Kellerman tweeted twice the next day. Both tweets apparently good-natured and humorous. However, the Cowboys disagreed and forced the 22-year-old South Carolina native to close her account.
Pikeville, Kentucky, home of the Pike County preseason middle school basketball tournament. Pike County Middle School won 100-2. Yes, I said 100-2. Now the school's district superintendent and the school board are considering canceling the team's entire season because of a lack of sportsmanship. Hey, the coach took the starters out 2 minutes into the first quarter. 2 minutes. They were up 25-0. That means the rest of the game they played with reserves, and they still beat them down 100-0. Let me tell you something. If you don't want your kid to get beat down, don't bring them to the court, because sometimes that's what's going to happen. That's what makes a good player. All good players get beat down.
A couple more weeks before we head into a Christmas break, so make sure you continue to listen to us. We are on YouTube now, www.youtube.com/TheRealSportsJam. Rob, what's our email address?
The email address is therealsportsjam@gmail.com. Don't forget to friend and like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter at TRSportsJam.
For Stephen Pfeffer and Rob Steele, I'm Chad Satera. Sports Jam, we're out.